Phenomenal.
You can get it chomping. You can get it mopping. You can get it reading the phone. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long cold...
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that...
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
Welcome all of you bogans out here. How are you going tonight? I hope you are doing well. Weirdness out there in the world of crowdfunding and Indiegogo. We're going to jump into it. No guests tonight, just all you guys. You're all the guests out here in YouTube and in Rumble land. We are, of course, simulcast live on Rumble if you want to go check us out there. And can I just thank you all? I put the call out. I asked if I was the biggest comics gator regularly streaming on Rumble. Well, I think Yellow Flash and Tugger over there, I don't know how much they talk about CG stuff these days, but I still count them. So look, I'll take it. Maybe not the biggest, but yeah, definitely maybe the biggest talking about CG stuff. Thank you to everyone. 305 subbed over there. Let's keep building this thing up. Continue to make it viable. A viable alternative. That's the only way these things are going to happen because yeah, some sort of a safety net. We can't all be in one place. That's kind of it's the gayest CG channel on Rumble. Okay, well we got that. Pork wants to know when Yellow Flash's comic is coming out. It's been in the works for a very long time. So he's probably going to do the Ripper thing where it's all done and printed and everything. But yeah, let's just jump. Well, we got to say hello. We got to stand on tradition here. And I can just jump right into the discussion here. My goodness, what am I thinking? I think we've got a first here in Keen Scene. Well done, my friend. Let me nudge this over here and put you up. You'll be shining down upon us. A beautiful is a sunset, I believe, when it looks like that. I don't know. I'm no scientician, but just follow the science and you'll figure it out. We've got Dearman in the house. Vilned's here. Raiden Radio's here. Enrique, Noran Rad. Who else? Timothy Fitzgerald, Skip Edwards. I was just hanging out on his stream. Tim says Malin and Baron a couple of days have been shadow banned, and I guess Shane Signup is also hidden. Yes, among other things. New things happening, new developments though. They just kicked in yesterday. Corey Barton's here. Jeremy Burtz is here. Hal Jeremy. Atherline. Peter Gilmore. He says Indiegogo grew faster than the infrastructure should cope with. They've farmed out certain tasks. It's all going very wrong. I can neither confirm nor deny that, but it certainly looks like that from my perspective. I am not yet seeing anything that I would consider like, what is the opposite of benevolence? malevolence. Is that a word? Like, I don't think they're going after CG. I think they've introduced weird trust and safety issues, and then on top of that, it's probably that as well. So yeah, glitches and stuff abound, but we'll chat about it tonight. All right, we've done 5 minutes already. Let's say hi to Joe. Let's say hi to Unhinged. He's involved in all this. Let's say hi to, who I'm looking for. It's this man right here. Hail Mo Biggs. He says, I hope they get this straightened out. Odin is launching tonight. He is indeed. Unconditional Shove is launching over on Jeremy's straight after this in 67 minutes or so. So yeah, I mean, I hope it's not a full complete situation. I hope things are still happening, but it remains to be seen. We're going to investigate. I apologize to everyone who I can't say hello to. We've already got 83 people in here, so sorry about that. But I will say hi to David G, who sent a super chat. He said, first supper. He wants to sup and dine. First super, Hal Bancroft, Hal Chat. Well, Hal, David G, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the super chat. And I think I got a... just let me scroll down, make sure I'm not missing anything. Jasper sent me a super chat. He said, I had a good week, Mike. Here's some money since your book isn't launching soon as advertised on your channel. Is it advertised on my channel? Do I say launching soon? Well, I mean, it's in the launching soon. Well, it actually isn't. So you're right. It isn't in the launching soon category. So I guess that all works out. Sumo Thori, the great man, has just gifted me 5 memberships. Thank you so much. And congratulations to some person, Trevor Wombat, Jack Stafford, Dear Man, and Mighty Geek Studios. And to Sumo, I have to say this.
Well, cheers, big ears.
I wish I had a VB, but alas, I'm on the T, trying to lose some of that weight, trying to keep it off, keep it down. But thank you very much. All right, let's just start the show. We got 82 people here watching. Oh, let me check Rumble, actually. I did like it when people are watching on Rumble. We've got Vilned over there. He says he's second because he's on Rumble. That's true. We get a Rumble first. He's second. Maybe we'll make that second on Rumble. Rand Nada's over there. Trevor Wombat, Twelly Wolf, and Old Man Hawk. And I think that constitutes 9 people. So fantastic. That's all in all about 100. Let's get it started. Enough of this waffling. All right. Pull up a window. See which window am I needing to pull up here? Oh my God. It's already started off with a shambles. It's that one right there. So this was a video put out by Chris Braley, who you all know from Bleeding Full. We covered this yesterday on the show, how campaigns are not showing up. Now, we're using the word shadow banned. That sort of has a purposeful ring to it. We don't know if that's the right word to use, but essentially the effect is still the same, whether or not they're meaning to do this on purpose or whether it's a mistake. So, yesterday we talked about Omega Storm, Inglorious Rex 2, Frog G's campaign. Previously, it's been Gemshock, it's been Krishna Kid, and now we learn it's also the Mike Barron's Private American. You cannot find these campaigns. I think Gemshock's fixed it. I think Krishna Kid has fixed it. Even Rob's in the chat here. He had that issue on his. You couldn't search for it, I think. And yeah, so you need the direct URL to be able to find them. And now we learn it's the same thing happening with Private American. If anyone is aware of any other campaign, that will be helpful because, yeah, obviously we need Indiegogo support to hear about these situations. Some person says Hellban is also acceptable. It's how people used to ban on forums without them knowing. Yeah, it's the thing. The reach of your campaign is pretty much just extends as far as your own social media footprint, which, it's worse for others than it is for some. But the whole point of it is everyone pays the same 5% Indiegogo fee. And if you're paying that 5%, you want the full service. So yeah, it's flagged as unpromotable is what it is, says Peter says. Yeah, the thing about that though, Peter, back when that all started coming out, My campaign, you've never been able to find it in the explore section either. You can search for it. So it's not quite the same as this, but it had the unpromotable thing on it as well. But then so did Inglorious Rex 2, and you could find Inglorious Rex 2. You can't now, but you could then. So I don't know. I don't know if that's exact like how we're interpreting it is exactly how it works, but the language is there in the code, which is weird. I don't know what that's all about. But okay, so I was on a stream yesterday. We did yesterday's stream. When did that happen? 11 p.m. Eastern. Gek as super chat says maybe it's a technical fault or a keyword censored. The keyword censored thing is real. We have had confirmation from that from Indiegogo, which was helpful. But I mean, after the fact, people lost days and weeks of their campaigns because they didn't know that they couldn't have a certain keyword in their thing. That's unfortunate, obviously. The technical fault is, I guess, our working hypothesis here, because it's definitely not, we're going to get into it in a second. It's definitely not like CG centered. This is a site-wide issue. And a big problem with Indiegogo, especially recently, is they don't get back to you for weeks and weeks and weeks. I don't know if there's a staffing problem. I don't know if it's a low priority. I mean, the shadow banning quote unquote thing, maybe that's low priority. Whatever's happened recently must be top priority. And so we're about to get into that. So yeah, I streamed at 11 p.m. Eastern yesterday, and I got a comment on it on that stream directly afterwards. Where well, I'll just jump into it here actually. Where is it? So I've just tweeted out to Indiegogo just earlier. Any word on the backer confirmation issues that have been happening for at least the last 20 hours? Some kind of statement would be very much appreciated. So this is the situation as far as I've been able to glean from different comments and reading comments on Indiegogo pages and just seeing what people have tweeted about. The situation, as best as we understand it, is people can back. They get that backer number stream. Hold on, let me just pull this down here. They get that backer number screen. So you get a backer number. The payment comes out of the bank account, but the contribution doesn't show up on the campaign. You don't get a confirmation email, and the backing doesn't show up in the back end for the creator either. So that's as far as, and now I don't know if this is across the board, every single person who's backing, or if it's just some people here and there. But I mean, it sounds to me like a technical issue. But yeah, maybe that's like what Pete was saying earlier. Overextended, they're growing too fast. Eric Weathers blames Y2K. I mean, maybe 22 years later, it's finally kicking in. Rob says maybe we should make Boldos. They might take more interest. Or maybe we should, Rob, you should test on a Boldo. So you buy a Boldo, and then yeah, you let us know if it's gone through. And you know, if you receive it, then it's win-win. I've got a bunch of tweets here. Let me actually go. I don't like this view here. I don't like how much wasted space there is on the screen. Let me pull this out here. It feels like a video if I do it like this. All right. Okay. Going on. So yeah, I tweeted that out. Okay, this is the comment that I got on my stream yesterday. Please don't back on Indiegogo right now. That's the 28th of October. I backed Alterna twice in the last 24 hours. They showed me a backer number, but it was not in my contributions. I confirmed with Peter that he does not have one either. I just don't want people to deal with this. It has ruined my day a little bit. And Inkspots has tweeted out because he noticed it as well. And he said, okay, is this a real thing? Is this happening? It looks like it absolutely is happening. Here is Gilly from Rodents of Mayhem. I do believe this just launched last week. No, yesterday. Stuck on 7 backers for a day. Launch day was stuck on 4 backers. Latest contribution this morning shows 26. So something's happening, but they're not showing up. Please fix this now, Indiegogo. It's official. Launched my campaign yesterday. Have been bombarded with messages from backers saying their contributions aren't updating. I can confirm this as the campaign has been truncated because of it. Indiegogo is to get on the ball with this. They just keep coming. Nolan Lockhart here. Yeah, this happened on Camel Nights last night. So we were doing a bit of a joke saying the only way that Camel was going to give Sheila a free Camel Nights pack is if someone else in the chat backed it. And Nolan sent a super chat saying he had backed it, but nothing was happening. So we thought he was just sending super chats or something, but no, here it is right here. Same issue, back to Camel Moon campaign during Camel Nights, got these 2 messages and a charge to my account. So I assumed it went through, still no email and not showing up in contributions. And it's not in Camel's back end. So it's like it's just in the ether somewhere, stuck, caught. There it is, the backer ID 199. There it is, the perk that he backed. Everything's all there, all on board, but it's nowhere to be seen anywhere else. Dunringle says Shane plans to launch tomorrow. Odin's planning to launch in an hour or so. I wonder how that will work out. That's the thing. We don't know if it's everyone who backs. We don't know. Nolan, oh my God. I just want to be in Camel's back. In Camel's back end. Yeah, well, that makes one thing. Someone asked earlier, where was it? People are saying, oh no, the chat. So many people in the chat. We've got 130 people. Thank you so much for watching. I've missed it. Yeah, just like basically asking, has anyone heard from Indiegogo? Not that I'm aware. I haven't, not on this issue. People have been having these issues with the shadow banning for months now. Shadow banning, whatever it is. And it's been taking weeks, sometimes months for Indiegogo to respond to requests to get your campaign actually put up into the explore section. Yeah, so let's continue on. This is James Lee. Yeah, same thing, something going on with Indiegogo. I tried to back a project twice, even got emails saying I was a backer. Then for some reason, it's all removed from my contribution list. The emails were recalled. No money was taken out. Not sure what the hell is going on. So this is a different story. This is saying no money is being taken out. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm just reading through it as we go. Comment from Jason on Facebook. Is that what that means? Indiegogo post on Facebook. I made a contribution for a campaign today. Got a finish your contribution email instead of a contribution confirmation email of purchase. The charge has gone through my bank account, so I know it went through, but there's no record of my contribution under my account in the website. I've reached out to support, but I've not heard back. I'm glad I checked my bank account before finishing. Oh yeah, like finishing as in backing again. Pert says, I did a deep dive. Indigo has teamed up with Transcend so they can handle complaints differently now. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Inkspot says, it's not every campaign, though. Shadow of the Conqueror has had several thousands in backings today. Okay, well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Because it's happening to Shadow of the Conqueror as well. That's amazing that you've actually typed that in right now, Inkspots, because that was the next thing I'm pulling up here. So that's a big relief. So it looks like backings are going through, but I guess the thing is now, like, if you get your backer number and you don't get the confirmation, don't back again thinking, oh, it hasn't gone through, because something is happening. But it's good to know that at least some are going through, because yeah, if you scroll down here to the comments, Chimera, I backed this. Indiegogo has site issues. Did it go through? This person here, can you look into issues your customers are having? There are some, including myself, have contributed to the campaign and the money was taken out of your accounts, but we're not seeing it in our contribution list. Obviously, it's an Indiegogo issue. Don't want to miss out when the campaign closes. There's another one down here, I think, too. People are congratulating him. I contributed twice. I don't see it on my page. Please help. I accidentally contributed twice. I can't cancel one of the contributions. Yeah, so whatever you do, just don't back it twice because you think it didn't go through. But let's actually scroll up here. I'll do a refresh. I've had this open for about half an hour now. He should have gotten a bunch of new backers. So it's 4830. Let's do a refresh. Okay, cool. So backers are coming in. But what percentage are getting caught in this weirdness? Obviously, we can't know. Sumo says stuffing the back end can sometimes cause problems. I've heard that, Sumo. I don't know. I don't have any personal experience with that, but I've heard it said out there. And it's not just comics. Check this out. This is awful. Like, I don't want to make light of this. This is I don't know, what is this? This is all just numbers. Home backup power station. Just a lazy $17.5 million dues raised. And look at this poor guy. Please help. Due to website issues, I accidentally made 2 $6,000 purchases. I need one of them canceled. Neither for some reason showing up in my account as ordered. As why is the problem? Ordered twice. Yeah, did he actually get $12,000 taken out of his account? I certainly hope not. That could have gone to Camel's. That could have gone to Camel's golf cart, if that's the case. That would be dreadful. But yeah, so this is the situation as it stands. We don't really know anything. There's been no word back that I've seen from Indiegogo directly about it. But yeah, I mean, I guess it looks, I'm very happy to see that payments are going through or that contributions are going through. But yeah, still very, very weird, very concerning, especially on top of all the issues that we've been going through for the past month. I don't know. Is there just not enough developers on hand to work on this? Lord Ravener says 6,000 is the platinum Boldo. Mo says, with Painted Death and Fractured Mind, Bancroft has a couple of big cocks coming down the pipe, although he doesn't appear to be releasing any of them anytime soon. Well, maybe sooner than you think. Something new. I don't know. We'll see. Rob says, I could see Camel going into these comments and telling people to buy the golf cart. Yeah, but the golf cart doesn't really power their home, unfortunately. Jasper says, Eric July has his developers to work on his campaign for others. He had a nice page for ISOM. Effective. It was very effective. And, you know, it remains to be seen whether or not that's available for everyone to be able to do that. You know, he's got those massive numbers on his YouTube channel. It's definitely a step in the right direction, but I don't know if everyone can do that, because that's why this quote unquote shadow banning thing is a big issue, because so many of us rely on that algorithm and getting these campaigns in front of people who otherwise wouldn't have seen it. That quote unquote foot traffic. Yeah, and again, you're paying for it. You're paying the 5%. Chris says, thanks for discussing this today, Michael. We've got to talk about this stuff. Let people know. I would hate for more people to unnecessarily back things twice, and then there's some sort of issue, and it'll be a whole big headache. If you just back once, regardless of you know, whatever's going on with the contributions, whatever emails you get. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, I have to imagine that on a site like Indiegogo, this is their number one technical priority, which is maybe why they're not responding to anyone at the moment, because they're mad trying to fix this. Unless you want to back twice, you know, like we do encourage that, but don't back twice because you thought the first one didn't go through. Here's Odin, who's launching Unconditional Shove momentarily. He says, we did have some issues with Magnificent Bastards last minute backers as it closed out last night. Yeah, I think it happened at some point during my stream yesterday. So the best as we can we can ascertain anyway. Darth Vadas, oh no, back boots and heels last night and it didn't show in contributions. Yeah, you know, hopefully that sort of thing will all get fixed. That'll come up and show in your contributions and obviously on the campaign page. But just the number one thing that the concern here with these instances is that the creator, the owner of the campaign, gets your details, so he'll be able to send you the perk. Obviously, that's the big thing. That's like the number one thing that we mean to make sure that happens, because otherwise, if you didn't save that that backer order number, like take a screenshot, you know, it's up in the air, and that would be dreadful. Back twice, back often. Yeah, if you want to. Exactly. Back much more than twice. Eric is right here. This is all I was asking for. Just we're aware of it. He says a simple we're aware of the issue and looking into it would go a long way. I know, that's it. Just a tweet. I went to their thing. They've tweeted. When's the last time they tweeted? Does this say what it is? 4 a.m. Yeah, so not too long ago. For me, not too long ago there, but these could just be prearranged tweets that they just pump out. Like, just a statement saying we're aware that there's an issue going on with our backing and confirmation and everything, but we're working on it. That would go a long way to assuage a lot of worry right now, especially for guys who are about to launch their campaigns. Randy says, did Twitter developers land a job in Indiegogo? Out and in. Yeah, maybe. Mad Ruth, no, I don't think it was you. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Randy. Very generous. Yeah, I don't think it was you, Mad Ruth. Even though you were there. We didn't know what else you were doing. We're going to do a huge disclaimer of all that. Yeah, you want people. We love the double backers and triple backers. Even they're the people that we want to give the biggest fist bumps to. But yeah, unless you mean to, don't back more than once because you feel like it didn't go through. We just don't know. But Internet Guy says if they charge your credit card, they should have a record somewhere. Should be able to recover the contribution. If you weren't charged, it's likely gone into the ether. Yeah, and we're getting mixed reports there on whether or not people were charged. Some people said yes, they were. Some people said they weren't. We thought earlier someone might have got a refund, but it turns out that was something unrelated. I agree that it will be some kind of technical issue that it's got to do with the way the contributions are processed and then run through the system, hopefully. And if that's the case, then yeah, it'll all be fixed hopefully soon. But it's been a hell of a week for Indiegogo, I can tell you now. Reenie's in the chat. How you going, Reenie? She says, somebody spent almost $200 on my campaign. It's still not showing up. I'm pissed. We noticed when we were doing the Boots and Heels launch that people were saying, I backed, and it wasn't coming in for, normally it's like 30 seconds. It takes a little while for it to come through. It was 5 minutes, which was concerning at the time, and now it's a real issue. So ay caramba.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I don't know what's happening. Anymore. Brian suddenly also says, I ended up backing King Cryptid 11 plus times because Pete kept adding cool stuff. Brian, I salute you. You are a legend, my friend. You are the people who keep this thing running. Well, you all are, all the backers. Vanessa says, I'm planning on spending $225 tomorrow. Indiegogo better un-F themselves. I mean, nobody messes with the Potato King. Not in these neck of the woods. We will not have any disruption to the potato. What's the word I'm looking for here? The source of potatoes coming in. Absolutely not. Mo says, I never got a confirmation email for backing American Bliss. I figured I must have put my email in the wrong since Odin had me half asleep, but maybe not. Yeah, when was that? That's the thing. Like, we just don't know how long ago this has started. and how many people it's affecting. Maybe it was just affecting a few people, and now it's more and more. It seems to be everywhere. Hyper Wizards wants to purchase some of them spuds tomorrow. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But there's not much more to say on that. Look at that Indiegogo. Is that? I will refrain on what I want to say about that artwork, because that's just mean. My mother always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Michael Deacher says, uncertainty about hundreds or thousands of transactions is a nightmare for the campaign as well as for backers. No one wants to try to reconstruct old transactions months later. No, tell me about it. Chris says, do you think these transaction problems explain Private America not showing up in any search results? It doesn't seem related. That issue has been happening now for months. So it may be tangentially related in that there's some sort of issue with the developers not having enough time to work on what needs to get worked on. I am yet to be 100% convinced that it is an ideological thing. Like, I'm much more convinced it is on Twitter, how you guys got your Twitter account taken down, because it seems to be no rhyme or reason. It comes in, it comes out. I think it's much more likely at this stage that it's a technical issue, but I don't know. That's my speculation. I really don't know. But yeah, I don't know if they're related specifically, as in directly, but more just like there's an issue with Indiegogo keeping their site functioning at the moment. Peter Gilmore said earlier that it's Indiegogo is just growing too fast and they can't keep up with what they need to do. We got a super chat here from Internet Guy. Didn't think my charges were going through. I ended up sending 24 feet super chats. I was there. You did do that. Sorry, man. I mean, it's with Google now. Probably just best let him go through the keeper, and we'll just call that one even. Thank you for that super chat. What else are you guys saying? Oh, we have 5 new memberships. Thank you so much, Sumo. This one's for you.
Thanks, lads.
Welcome. Talk the Always. Oh, I haven't seen Talk the Always before. Must be a lurker. Thank you. That's fantastic. They're now a member. Alex, Sketch, Adrian, and Jolly Green is a member. Cool. Great to see. Awesome one says, Hal Bancroft, Lord of Cock. I did this to myself. Welcome, new members. Have a gay time. Yes, you'll all be given your very first gay time. And remember, don't have a gay time on your own. Enjoy it with a friend. Now, speaking of tech issues, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Indiegogo. I mean, we've said everything we need to say. It's all just speculation after that point. But other cool things are happening, obviously, in the world of tech. Did you see, you're all aware now of Elon Musk has freed the bird. He tweeted that out. Yeah, well, he took control. Was it yesterday or the other day? I love this tweet here. The guy just handing out. There you go. You're free now. You're free. Fly free. I hope that it means that a lot of people who had their Twitter accounts permanently, indefinitely, for life suspended will now be able to return and make Twitter the fun place that it was back in 2016 and 2017. And then it all started really going to hell until eventually the point. Look at Elon. I'm surprised he's driving that car. I thought he'd be in one of those Tesla trucks, but Twitter seems more normal now, less weirdos. I like it how everyone's like, oh, if Elon takes over, we're leaving. And then when he actually takes over, they're like, no, I'm staying. We're fighting. We're going to fight the good fight. it's funny how they just assume that now that Elon's in charge, they're all going to get banned just like they banned everyone else. That's not really how it's going to work. But yeah, so that was a cute, funny thing that happened. What else have I pulled up here? No, we've already talked about that. Oh, we're going to turn this into a bit of a video in a live stream here tonight. Did you see from Bounding into Comics, social justice activists say white people must skip Black Panther Wakanda Forever on opening weekend. To do anything other than this is anti-black. What do you guys think of the chat? What do you think about that? Are you rushing out to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever, but not tonight. What do you think Marvel thinks of this? What, you know, the executives of this, they're like, oh God, do they have to? Crom says, I'm way ahead of them. Sumo says, oh, I'll skip it. Matt Root says, I agree. Yeah, that's exactly the tweet under this. Eric, you legend. Your terms are acceptable. He beat me to it. When I saw that, I was like rushing to get in there and do your terms are acceptable, but he was already there. He beat me to it. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm sure Disney is thrilled, right? They're like, oh God. But hey, they're the ones who encouraged this. This is the bed that they made. Now they got to lie in it. They empowered these weirdos who think like this. It's not just a movie set in Africa with black people. It's black people's movies. And you have to let us watch it first before you come and watch it second. Back of the bus, Whitey. Artist formerly known as Mike says, I'm not going to go see it anyway. Astro Zombie didn't care. Mighty Magic says, I wasn't going to, but now I will. Tulfa says, I'll skip, period. Mo says, this is the only way they could convince Bancroft to see Black Panther. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the first movie. The way they were going on about it made it out like it was going to be this, it was the greatest film ever made. Definitely the best Marvel movie ever. So I went into it with some pretty high expectations. And no. Lord Ravener has a point. He says, Wakanda isn't diverse enough for me. Yeah, it's just all one race, one people. It's about ethno-states. It's about ethnic pride. Yeah, I think you're right, Lord Ravener. Voyager says, they said this last time, did they? I'm surprised they're not going around saying, finally, a black Marvel superhero film. They usually do that. It's like everything comes out is the first time it's ever happened. Just like the original Black Panther, says Evolution, I will watch it in maybe 2 years. That's exactly what I did. What else are you guys saying here? Ooh, we got a super chat from Crom. Thank you so much. $20. That's a big boy. Here's the cost of the ticket to Black Panther 2. I recommend you spend this money on crystal meth. I like how Crom knows about the drug situation here. We got the Crack Pack in the chat. They're out there backing books every day. Bow. But here in Australia, yeah, we don't really have the Crack Pack. Isn't as well represented. It's more the meth mob. So thank you. Yeah, that $20 will go a long way in these parts. Jav Stoller says he'll watch the EFAP instead. Yeah, the studios have encouraged the clickbaiting, the race baiting, and the fan baiting. And now it's going to come back and haunt them, because I do suspect this is a very different, like they're launching Black Panther 2 in a very different environment culturally and moment in time than they launched the first one. Marvel was riding high. Everyone loved it. Now it's completely different story. Everyone's kind of over it. The TV shows suck. The movies are lackluster. There's been one or two good ones since Endgame, and yeah, I think this is going to be a big disappointment for them. And now they've got their own minions who they weaponized for years out there, telling what's the percentage of white people in the States? Is it is it 70%, 80%? I don't know what it is, but it's like still the majority of people don't go and watch it opening weekend. This is for us. Leave it to us, 13% of the population. And if you consider like people who are old enough to go actually watch it and interested, potentially disaster incoming. Oh, I'm not gonna. Awazaru, that's that's a spicy meatball. I'm not gonna read that up, but that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They'll manage to spin it as a success no matter what. They'll try. They'll certainly try. They did that for so long with Rings of Power, and now they've finally admitted wasn't really the success that we hoped it would be. And now they're kind of stuck. Mighty Joe says 72%. Yeah, 72% of the population don't go and watch this movie. It's a bold strategy. We'll see how it goes. Enough of this silliness. Let's get into some good stuff. I did a video the other day. Actually, I'm going to have to stop sharing this because I need to put it into Chrome because I need the audio for this. I did a video the other day on how they are bringing back Henry Cavill as Superman. But not only that, it seems that they're bringing back Truth, Justice, and the American Way, which was obviously, there's a big brouhaha about that with Gabriel Tayyib, and caused a lot of controversy and all that sort of stuff, as it should. But yeah, I did a video the other day that seems like they're bringing it back, and here was a cool little clip of Henry Cavill. Talking about what he hopes for Superman, and this is very encouraging. Every time I see Henry Cavill, I like this guy more and more. And I just heard that he's left The Witcher, which I didn't like the last season. So I actually think that's probably a good thing. As Hyperwizard said, Cavill is out as the Wokecher. Yeah, I know, right? He's such a big star now. He probably realized, I can pretty much demand what I want to do here. He's such a bankable star. The fans love him. Listen to this. Like, if you're a Superman fan, listen to this. Let me pull this down. Let me pull this up. I've shared audio. Good. All right, full screen. Let's play it. Audio's on.
Finally, we can say Superman is back.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh, fans were erupting and they were going crazy. What do you envision? What is your ideal future for this character? Is it Man of Steel 2? Is it a TV series? What is it, Henry?
Right now, I can't really talk about anything. What I do want is hope, optimism, and joy. Those three things are essential for the character.
Hope, optimism, and joy. That's like the first time I've ever been interested in really going and seeing a Superman movie ever since. Well, I mean, I was too young when Christopher Reeves came out. They were just out already. But yeah, doesn't this mean that Black Superman by Coates is cancelled? I don't know. But yeah, very exciting to see. Very cool. I know there's a lot of Superman fans in my audience because they told me about it in the comment section of that video. A new hope, says Geronimo. I mean, I hope they can pull it off. It really feels like now more than ever. You know how movies tend to reflect their like a reaction to what's happening in the day of the day, and we've noticed that, especially in crowdfunding comics, that so many people are putting out these kind of really masculine men comics, and they're being really popular. Cordrath and a bunch of others. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but it's sort of a trend that we're seeing, and it's I think it's a reflection because for the last decade it's been heading in the opposite direction with superheroes: smaller, thinner, less masculine. And yeah, now it's like we've been getting years and years of despair and no hope. How about a little bit of joy, optimism, and hope with a character that epitomizes those qualities? Jasper, oh my god, behave in the chat. Oh my god, I've got a member chat here from Manticore. Hail the chat, hail Bancroft. Check out Artivist Reanimate, Time Will Tell on Indiegogo with artwork by Dilla Draws and Vic King. Artivist Reanimate, have I heard of this? I don't know if I've heard of this. I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you so much, Manticore. And now, yeah, we've got Zaslav at the helm, and they've rehired. They've hired James Gunn and that other guy. It would be amazing to see if it completely flips from Marvel being the big thing to DC being the big thing and Marvel being the joke. It's gonna be interesting to see over the next few years. Snuggy says less masculine on rollerblades. There's nothing emasculating about rollerblades, Snuggy. Nothing. If anyone's got a link to that Manticore book, please do chuck it in the chat so people can go check it out. All right. Let me get back to what I had shared because we have some other stuff. We've got 15 minutes left. But I think that Jeremy goes live 15 minutes after the hour. So we might have half an hour left. So we can just hang out. But I got some things that we can check out. This. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. I need to play something here. Is this really art done by Rod Looper? Is there a whole end of Rod, a whole side of Rod that I am up until this point unaware of? I haven't explored the full greatness of the Rod. I want to play my Rod video.
Hey, what is that? It's an inanimate carbon rod!
Oh, they were just about to show some close-ups of the rod.
Rod. This is friggin' amazing. Is this you, Rod Looper? Do you do cool watercolors? Can I get a confirmation? I mean, I read it on the tweet, but hot diggity damn. That's some fine watercolor work. I might need to hire you for something about that because I'm down with this. Actually, there was another one too. It's very nice. Look at that. How do you do that? I don't understand any of that, but I dig it. In Rod we trust, the great and mighty Rod Looper. Friggin' awesome. What's Jasper saying? James Gunn should be at least wise enough to see Disney has lost their audience. Lots of opportunity to be creative at DC. Sumo says, is Bancroft calling me a liar? Is it your tweet, Sumo? It is. I mean, that's why I believe it. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm shocked. It's just so different. But yeah, that's definitely Rod's. This is more the Rod that I know. Rod loves these kind of chicks with their legs spread doing flips things. And he's got so much of Ella doing that. And I'm so happy. I would never think of that pose. But Rod's all about it. But man, time to get some Rod Looper commish going, I think. Get him pick up those paintbrushes. Excellent stuff. I would never call you a liar, Sumo. Never happen. Did you see this? Speaking of the big manly men, now they're not on rollerblades, but close enough is good enough. Cordrath colors are coming in. Hold on a sec. We got a Hyper Wizard Bogan member chat. What's it going to take for you to finally recognize the magnificent month of Cocktober? Oh my god! That's the first time I've ever heard of it. Cocktober. Yes, I'm all for it. Let's start promoting Cocktober. I'm down. Mo says Bancroft has tagged Sumo's tweets as unpromotable. No, I didn't do that. I didn't. I swear. But yeah, these look amazing. I'm not sure who's doing. Did it say actually on the tweet? I should probably read it. No, it doesn't say. I'm sure you'll be able to tell on the campaign, but this is incredible. Cordrath, the art by Andy Smith, unknown colorist at the moment. Maybe you guys know in the chat, but let's make Cocktober a thing, guys. I know I did, Mo. Yeah, he says, Bancroft celebrated Cocktober by removing the cock emoji. I can bring it back. Let me do that. Hold on a sec. I just need to bring up a new window here. I need to go into my studio. Which one do we want to get rid of? Let me know in the chat. I don't know if we can just put a new one in. I think we might have to get rid of an existing one. I'll go check. Right. Monetization. Getting there. Memberships. Customized perks. Emojis. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, we need to get rid of something. What do you guys reckon? Wanksgiving? No, you're not letting me know. You're not letting me know. Maybe it's the turn it up we need to get rid of. Because that's, or maybe it's the budgie smugglers. I don't know. Because some of those are a bit the turn it up. Okay, we're gonna get turn it up. Yep, until the next launch. All right. So that's coming back. Cock is back in your lives. Place image. Emoji. Where is it? YouTube emojis. God, you'd think I'd make this easier. All right. Cock, where are you? Where are you, Cock? I found it. I found the Cock. Save and publish. And it should be back. You got to do a refresh, though. Let's see how we go. There it is. The Cock has returned. Cocktober can now continue unabated. Cocktober. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. It came from the chat deep inside you. Free the Cock. But yeah, these are great. These colors. Very exciting stuff. Yeah. Dare I say phenomenal. Oh, look, that guy's getting his head chopped off. You can't have that on Indiegogo. I mean, we want it in our books. Oh my goodness. That'll hurt come winter. Vicious looking book here. Danny tells me to keep it in your pants. Vanessa says, I'm glad Bancroft has found the Cock. Melby should be proud. Pork says, winter is over, Bancroft. You should be able to find your Cock. You guys are the best. Dunringle. It's the search for Cock. I know, right? Tummy trouble. Yeah, I know, right, Von? He might have to get a Band-Aid out to heal that one up. That's vicious. That's brutal. Yeah, great colors. Go, and if you haven't checked out Cordrath, please do go and check it. We got 145 people here in the chat. Please do give the like a stream. How many people we got going over on Rumble here? 10 people watching. Hello, you Rumblers. Got Norman Radsill in there. Old Man Hawk. Old Man Hawk says the first Black Panther movie was borderline. It started off strong, and then it just got weird and dumb. That's my take on it. What else we got here? Ooh. Ooh. Did you see this? Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Here's the report for the month of Cocktober regarding Groken 2. And Kenneth would never say Cocktober, but I'm going to put those words into his mouth. Half of the graphic novel is already inked. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Hail the Roker Force out there, eagerly awaiting. Patiently, Vanessa is the Roker Force's biggest cheerleader out there. I mean, it's just a sneaker peek, but it is. Oh my God. Hyper Wizard says original art like that has a magical quality to it. It so does, and he holds on to all of it. He doesn't let any of it out. If you have original art by Kenneth Rocafort, you are in possession of something magnificent and exceedingly rare. It's like mithril. It's the goods. So prize it, treasure it. Oh, look, he's in the chat listening. Kenneth, you are a legend. As Jasper says, I love having Kenneth on our side. I mean, I just love having him out there making this stuff for us to enjoy. I'm without a doubt my most eagerly awaited book, Groken 2. I can't wait to get that in my hands. So if you haven't, the campaign is still live. It's in demand, I mean. Go and back it. Support grow the Roker Force. Support Kenneth Rocafort. He may very well be the best among us. Look at all these hashtag Roker Forces. Darren D-Wag is loco for Roker. Brian Suddenly Old says, I have a Rocafort sketch card. It's fantastic. Oh, I bet it is. Yeah, just beautiful. Back Groken. What else do I got here? What is this? Ooh, is Corey Barton still in the chat? It's finally out there. Now I think these guys did their fulfillment through RJ, so it's all been shipped from Australia in bulk over to RJ. He's handling all of it. This is Kozor, and man, it looks fantastic. We got this. That's the book there. We got the prints. That's that gorgeous Dan Lawless print on the left there. The rest are either by Corey or Clayton Barton. Now I think Corey originally did the art, Clayton did the fixes, and then Corey did the colors. And yeah, man, it looks amazing. It's great to see that this is finally hitting people's mailboxes. It was a long time coming. The guys have learned a lot along the way, but a little bit. I know, right, D? How do they have it in the States? Well, it's because they shipped everything, or at least a lot of it, all the American orders over to RJ to handle fulfillment. So, yeah, hopefully it won't be too far away for us. I mean, it feels like I should have gotten it first, being that I'm in Melbourne and they're in Melbourne, but, beggars can't be choosers. Dan's print needed to be a cover. Well, maybe it can be a cover on the, they're doing Borok or they're doing Kozor 2. Maybe it can be the cover on the reprint. Jasper says I broke Groken 2 times. I got the biggest tier I could afford, which is all 3 covers. There's no way I was missing out on all those covers. It's like my prized possession, the Groken Groken 1 3 covers, which the chat bought for me. Thank you so much. Lord Ravener says, Australia Post checking each page for a coronavirus. Yeah, maybe. Hyper Wizard says, I back Kozor. The art reminded me a little bit of one of my favorite artists, Derek Robertson. I'm not familiar, but fantastic. Yeah. So that's happening. That's good. Now, I want to stop sharing that. What are we looking at here? We've got 3. Well, we've got time left. Let's just hang out a little bit. Actually, I want to show you guys what I've been up to this last day. Actually, what I've actually been up to today is doing my taxes because it's tax night. The deadline is tonight, I believe. Is there an October 31st? Is that a thing? I can never remember. But yeah, you have to do your taxes by October in Australia. And I'm doing them now. So that's what I'll be doing after this stream. But other than that, I have been doing something else, which is I want to do a hardcover black and white version of my books. Here's one, Psycho 66. It's a gallery edition. So there won't be any words in it or anything like that. I want to do something similar. I thought that was cool. So that's what I'll be doing. It won't be that big. It'll be A4 size. What am I doing now? For F's sake. Yes, October 31st is Halloween. I don't know, Mo. Even your tax season is upside down. Our taxes start from the 1st of July and run through to the end of June. That's how it works here. So it's weird. Mike, Derek Robertson drew The Boys and a bunch of other stuff. He's great. I'll check him out. Yeah, I really did Kozor art. I've always rated Corey and Clayton very high on their art. I was very happy to see that Corey managed to pull it through and get really good colors on it too, because I want to see it. I want to read it. Vanessa says, no words. That's a plus for Bancroft. You just say whatever on these streams. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Brian suddenly says, I have a guy do my taxes. Yeah, I need to get onto that. I used to have that. I was like, why would I pay someone $700 or whatever when I can do that myself? And then I leave it till the last day. But anyway, let me share this. Why would you buy a black and white version, you might say, of a book that you've already read in color? Well, for one, it comes in a hardcover. I want to dip my toes into hardcovers and sort of get a little taste of that. 2, I want to also find interesting new ways to offer more on the campaign when it goes live. And Jasper D says, I get effed at tax time. I have had that as well. Thankfully, though, this year I think I'm getting a refund, which is the French model. Exactly. That's what I want to get into eventually with my books. Have them all in oversized bande dessinée sizes. I'm not there yet. I wouldn't do it yet, but I want to sort of. I think starting off with a black and white is a good way to do it. So why would you want to? Well, you can see things that didn't necessarily appear in the main book because they were covered by colors and special effects, such as this. So if anyone has read the book here and remembers these pages here, like these guys are all covered in, there's blood all here, there's special effects, there's this fire effect, remember? And now you can see the actual line art that I meticulously drew and then covered up with effects because that's what I do. I'm an idiot. But you can actually see the figures and stuff now. This guy in black and white, he just looks like he's going for a little fly. He's just launching off into space. But I think that's interesting. Pert says, I want to see my street appearance up close. Yeah, we can maybe arrange that. Mo says it's like seeing the child murders in pristine 4K. Yeah, it is because that's. I know. Hang on, it's on the other page. There we go. The infamous child murders. Yeah, you can see. So you can see it without all the blood splatterers and whatever else. There you go. They're getting dragged away from the parents. The threat is here, and now you can't really see in the colored book. There'd be like blood splatters to imply, a slice had been done, but that was all done in colors. So there, look, there's the kid. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I'm nearly finished. It'll be 64 pages. I won't be putting the interviews in black and white for you. I know that's going to upset so many of you. Admiral Wackass, I'm sorry. You won't be able to view the interview section without text in black and white. But also it'll cut down on costs. And I think actually I'm going to keep the interviews just for the first edition. It won't appear in second editions and stuff like that, because it's like I like the idea of having something special in the first edition that people get if they backed the campaign. His right arm is dodgy. Pork. There is so much dodgy in that book. So much. You'll be able to see the things that I might have covered up with a little bit of salt sprinkles, special effects, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you better see all my little. It's not going to be an unedited crackhead cut edition, but yeah, without something to hide all my little mistakes and foibles, yes, you'll be able to catch all that stuff. But that's sort of what gallery editions are for. Like if you get a proper big gallery edition, you can see all where they did mistakes and white out stuff. Obviously I work digital, so you won't be able to see any of that, but we got Artsy Bear in the house. My friend. Haven't hung out in so long. Eric says this feels like a personal attack. Yeah, I won't have any of the sound effects that I added in afterwards, but a lot of the sound effects in Painted in Waking Dream, people don't realize I actually drew them into the art. They're like hardwired into it. So yeah, it's sort of like we could call it the No Eric edition. The No Weathers edition, maybe. I don't know. Or we could just call it the gallery edition or artist edition or something. I mean, up to you guys. What do you guys think? D says, I would be backing something like this. Crowfire says, brilliant scene, Michael. Thank you. I still want the Draw Stream trading card set. Yeah, that's coming. We can do all this stuff. Everyone should bogan raid Lord Crackheads after. I've got that already set up. Darren, that's already set up. We're talking about this here. We can actually pull this up because I have nothing else left to show. So we can just pull it up and wait till he goes live. The countdown's there. And when he goes live, I'll end the stream. So, it'll probably just be a lot of me waffling on. But that's okay. We can chat with the chat. It's a BLM rally, says Vaughn. What that scene was? Crack Pack present in the house. Absolutely. What else are you guys saying? When is sign up. You mean launch for Painted Death? Next year. Next year. The sign up for Painted Death is in the description. I think we've got 1,036 signups last time I checked. Sam says, Bancroft once put me in a piece of art where we were doing things under a bridge by the Eiffel Tower. Now the French police are trying to throw me in the Chateau d'If. D'If. What's that? What's the Chateau d'If? Not sure what that is. But yeah, you're in there, Sam. A whole bunch of you are immortalized in the pages of Painted Death. Michael says, I appreciate the bonus material. It winds up my coffee on my coffee table as a conversation starter for my guests. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, yeah, when it's being launched. Yeah, next year. Next year. Stupid Paintings by Dave says, sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Well, quick rundown. Indiegogo is not showing all of the campaigns to people who want to browse them, including a lot of CG books. There's also weird things happening with the backing confirmation numbers, but that's not just related to us. That's everywhere on the site. Elon Musk is throwing birds out of a window. Black Panther, people are saying don't go and watch it unless you're black. Henry Cavill is going to be a cool Superman again. Rod Looper is an artistic genius. The Cordrath colors look rad. Kenneth Rocafort is a genius. Kozor is out. And sign up for the Lucen. How about that? Lucky I still kept all of them, all those tabs open. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to remember all that. There's still time to change the title of this book, says Jasper. He's not a fan of Unconditional Shove. Oh, look, they're saying hi to the Bogans. Hello, Perth. I see you there. That's funny. So are you going to do book 1 and 2 in black and white on the campaign? Yes, both of them will be. There'll be a black and white version of each. Yeah, I'll probably do, those big tiers for everyone. Not a subscription tier. I don't want to fall into that trap because I don't think I'm there yet, where you can really kind of paint yourself into a corner. But it will be that, a big tier with lots of different things in it for people who really want to put in a lot of money. Like if there's people who out there who want to do that, I want to give them something worthwhile to do that with. But also they'll be available as add-ons. So you want to get Painted Death, the normal book, and maybe the 2 black and white editions. You'll be able to get them as add-ons as well. So yeah. I'm being slow with the chat. What else are you guys talking about here? Mike, look at Graham's Ghost of Matacumbe Key. New interior pages show Artsy Bear as a cameo. Yeah, we looked at them yesterday or on a video. No, we did it on a video. I saw that. At first, I wondered if it was Camel. And then I realized, no, he's too old to be Camel. And then the next page, it was 100% clear. I was like, is that Artsy Bear? And yeah, I just noticed that on the fly too. So that was cool. And then I learned afterwards it is Artsy Bear. Yeah, they look great. They look great, Jasper. Good stuff. Mo's putting in the link there for Unconditional Shove. Get on it. Odin's he's real good at art. I didn't realize how good he was until he started sharing out all those pieces he's been doing. He's damn talented artist. So many talented artists out there. It's hard to keep up with all of them. There is the launch stream. I mean, we'll be rating it in, hang on, let me check here. 4 minutes. So hold on to your butts. And we'll be over there shortly. I hate it when when you raid a stream and then people have to wait 20 minutes and they end up leaving. When did this channel start? This channel here or Jeremy's channel? I think Jeremy started that channel not too long ago, a couple of months ago. He's very smartly just keeping all of his Hearts of the Dragon stuff on the previous channel and comic stuff on this channel. It doesn't mix. It's not a good way of doing YouTube. Keep your channels focused on one thing. That's the way to do it. And he's making some mad bank over there on that House of the Dragon stuff. It's very, very popular indeed. Actually, while I have 130 people in here on YouTube and 13 people watching over on watching over on Rumble. Norrad, I can't wait for Groken 2 either. I am going to share something else. I'm going to just do a little bit of shilling myself. How about that? I'm allowed to do that, I think. I've put all my links here in my Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, CG Now, and also my eBay store, where you will find, now these are Australian dollars here because they're American. All right, that's why they're all weird. So they're the US dollars. That's why they're all weird, because I put them up in Australian dollars because it's an Australian eBay account. But you can grab the book. There's I did find 10 more. It looks like there's about 12 all in all of these. So I've put 6 into here and then 6 into the bundle. And then I've got a bunch of these unedited editions left. So if you do want to grab up some of the last copies ever of the first edition printing of Waking Dream, and 6 to me, says Eric. Yeah, I've actually got a spare one on the side, Eric. I will eventually one day send you a comp. I'm such a bad friend and colleague. Wait, Bancroft promoting something he did? Has his channel been hacked? I know, right? Yeah, we sold a bunch of these recently. They're going very well. I mean, you get paid a little bit. You get charged a little bit more on the old eBay fees and stuff. So I do want to eventually get a Shopify up and running, but yeah. Eric says send it with Rep 4 and Rep 3 and Kozol. Yeah, maybe we should put them all in one thing and not have to pay so much shipping. But yeah, jump on that, because I don't know how long they're going to last. I mean, we've got a ton of these unedited editions, but yeah, these the main books, once they're done, they're done. I'm currently working on the cover of the the reprint, the second printing, and that won't have a UV spot or anything on it. That's more about, it's going to be 60 pages. It won't have the interviews in it or anything like that. It's a shorter, cheaper book. It'll be $20, and I am going to just put that up as available to sell as soon as I get it, so that you guys can get it. So if there's anyone who's coming in new and they're like, I haven't heard of the Lucent before and I want to get it, they don't have to wait until my Painted Death campaign is fully complete. I want to be able to send them something now, if they want to. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. DWAG for 2, Beckoned Recourse by Zaid will be launching in 2 weeks. It will indeed, right here on this channel. And I have seen the campaign and it is crazy. You guys are going to flip. There's so much cool stuff on that campaign, and the art is just off the wall. There he is right there in the chat. And thank you for the super chat there, DWAG. Yeah, that one's gonna do well, I think. I mean, assuming Indiegogo can get its butt together and figure out all this nonsense. Hot fire, says DWAG. We are waiting for Jeremy. That's what we're doing. Waiting for it all to kick off. I don't know what they're doing. Have they not heard of timeliness is akin to godliness? I would never do this to you guys. I would never make you wait. Ever. Maybe once or twice. And Keen Scene points out there is 5 hours left to back Narwhal Short's Compendium. Is it going into in demand? He usually does go into in demand. So hopefully no one will miss out. Oh my goodness, I've run out of things to say now. Will there be a fan art contest, Bancroft? I hadn't thought about that. The thing about the Lucent is it's part of the story that the characters look kind of normal. I mean, some of them are a bit out there. That guy with all the lava and everything, and but yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know people who like to do pinups. They like to do kind of like really cool, these designed characters and these poses and everything like that. And I never really wondered if that was something that people wanted to do for the Lucent. But I would definitely, if there was interest in it, yes, absolutely, I would. Amanda asks, what if they're waiting for you to finish on mute so they don't know your plan? Well, let's go. Well, I'm over there. I'll just write. Waiting to end as soon as you guys start. It's not like Jeremy has never been tardy before, is it? Pert says Bancroft wouldn't want Ella being sexualized in fan art. Yeah, that would be my condition. No nipples. Ella doesn't have nipples. That's my one condition. I've even got even on the cover of the new cover of Waking Dream, you can see her breasts, and yeah, it's smooth. There's no bump. I just don't do that. Omega Arts, what's happening on Indiegogo? Technical issues, hopefully. Technical issues. Things are like you can back, but there's also weirdness going on over there. So if you do back on Indiegogo and you don't get a confirmation email, don't think, oh, it didn't go through. I'll go back again because it didn't go through. That's all I'm going to say. But hopefully, I imagine it's like this is a big issue for them. So they're probably, hopefully frantically working to fix whatever is happening over there right now. What's the point of drawing if she doesn't contain nipples? Asked Hyper Wizard. I mean, I don't know. It just feels wrong to me. That's all I can say. I can't explain it in any more detail than that. Jav Stoller says shadow banning is clearly not a technical issue. Well, if it is shadow banning, obviously not. If it is, I don't know if it is. The ones where it was like you can't have, say, the word sex on your campaign, or you have depictions of gore, so like a guy getting decapitated, then they'll just say, well, that's a breach of our terms of service. We have a trust and safety team who goes through this stuff. Now, the other stuff remains to be seen. Like, why is a Megastorm? Why can't you find a Megastorm? Why can't you find Inglorious Rex, which is just a sign-up page? Why can't you find Frog G? Don't know. But it's not as if this site has been running 100% perfectly over over the last month. What does Michael have against the female human nipple? I have nothing. I'm a fan of the nipple. I'm a fan of the human female nipple. It's just a very distracting part of the human anatomy. It's like you put it on there and then your eyeballs just go right into it. It's like a homing beacon. You can't look at anything else if they're there. So, yeah, that's, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Don't ask me to explain the things that I feel. Brian says, but Indiegogo is our friend. I roll. I don't know. I don't want to cast aspersions. I don't want to see what is that saying? I don't want to see malice where there's incompetence at play, or just a lack of I guess that also falls into incompetence. But Buck says that's why they're there. I know that's why they're there. Henry says nipples are the window to the soul. I'm a nipple hater, says Art to Bear. Yeah, I'm a nippite. I'm an anti-nippite. No. Is that? I don't know. Nipples are a cooming beacon, says Pork Hunt. Good God, my name is in greed, says Buck Nasty. Yeah, you must have been gifted a membership. We had a bunch of people getting gifted memberships tonight. So if you're just finding out about it now, congratulations. You'll be able to go in and check out what we like to affectionately call the Super Bogan Discord. It has the that's just the community tab on the YouTube. It has the Rod Looper official Rod Looper art gallery. You can go in and see full pages of pencils and some inks that he's been doing for me on Fractured Mind, and there's some damn fine stuff in there as well. So it's worthwhile doing. Get in there while you can. I think the memberships last for a month. But also if you want to, you can just buy a membership. That helps greatly because it's paying for Rod's art essentially. Pork says, I'm scared of Nipplegate. I mean, this has been around for a long time. I drew a whole back let me actually pull it up here. Where is it? Where is it? Have I closed it? Oh, damn it. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. There it is. I did a whole section of the book where Ella is standing in what you would assume would be a very wet t-shirt. Let me pull it up here. Where is it? All right, stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Now, I don't know if you have seen a white t-shirt worn by a woman in the ocean. Essentially, in reality, it ceases to exist. It's not even there anymore. It's stuck directly to the body, and the woman may as well be nude. Now, I had to make a decision drawing this. Why has it got to be white? I guess it didn't have to. Well, originally in the when you do a webtoon, you draw it in parts, so you don't have it all drawn out. And it was already white in a preview because it was originally a webtoon. It was already white previously on previous installments, so it had to be right. And then I wasn't going to redraw it just so I could essentially draw Ella naked, which is what she would be. She would just be standing there completely naked. And I don't know, maybe that would have improved sales. I don't know. But it wasn't really what I was going for. I wanted my daughter at the time, who was probably 5 or 6, to be able to read it and not be weirded out by it. Or at least flip through it. Free the nipples, says Pork. Male nipples don't distract me, says Angela Curry. Me either. Oh, I hear something. It sounds like Jeremy is going live. Let's double check here. It's there. All right. I want to thank each and every one of you. You are the best, greatest, most awesome, spectacular, and ever phenomenal, sexiest chat in all of CG. Enjoy the show over on Jeremy's. Up until then, I hope you have a great night. All right. Bye.
Individually, we